It's Wednesday. It's not Sunday. I got a special announcement. It's July 1st. It's Bobby Bonilla Day. But before we get into any of that, let's talk about some news. So one thing that I have learned over the 6 months of me doing this podcast is a lot about myself. I've grown a lot. I've read a lot. I've been just learning, reading, and doing everything I possibly can this year to make myself better. Now, I'm no way, shape, or form done with all of that, but through this journey, I have definitely become more aware of what my passions are, and that's what led to this special announcement. So I've been working in the same career for the last 7 years, and it's just something I'm no longer passionate about. I love the company that I work for. I love the people that I work for, but through all of this, I titled this Taking My Own Advice because what I'm doing today is taking my own advice, and that is matching my passion to somewhere else in the company that I work for. So 7 years, I've been in a sales role, and it's just not something that I'm passionate about anymore. I was ready for change, and instead of trying to quit my company and start new and start somewhere else, I wanted to try and make it work here first, and thankfully and thank God the company that I work for is just so incredible. I was able to do that. I enjoy problem solving. I enjoy building something new. I enjoy taking something from the beginning and building it up. And I've been given the opportunity to do that in my current company, just no longer in a sales client-focused role. I was scared, I was nervous, I was frustrated, I was stressed. I didn't know what to do. And through amazing leadership in my company and the amazing leadership in other parts of my company, I was able to arrive at a new destination and a new role that I'm very excited about that starts today. It's July 1st, and this is like my new chapter. I always told myself when it stopped being fun, I would seek something else. And it stopped being fun for me. I tried moving out to Arizona to make it work, and I still love my company. I love everything about the role that I was in. I just am no longer super passionate about that role. And because it's no longer fun for me, I'm going to take this new challenge, go to a different area of my company, and start fresh and hopefully start to have fun again. My company's still amazing. I would recommend the role I was in to literally anybody who is passionate about sales and influence and persuasion. There is no company in the world that is better at doing that than what I work for. It's incredible. But for me personally, my love is around problem solving and fixing things and building things, and my new role isn't allowed to do that. So because I've kept you up to date with my journey, I just felt like it was very fitting to have a podcast, something I'm going to be doing every Wednesday moving forward, about just things that I've learned about, things that I have studied, things that I've read, things that I've researched. I want to save Sundays for people that I'm interviewing and talking to about the quarter life crisis, but I felt like this would be a good as any first Wednesday Quarter Life Crisis podcast. So let's transition to something that everybody knows that happens on July 1st, and that's Bobby Bonilla Day. I have a Mets jersey, everybody, which is crazy to think. It's my boy. You can see it. It's my boy Tim Tebow. That's a whole nother podcast for another day. I love Tim Tebow. I like Tim Tebow so much that one of my favorite cards is this Tim Tebow rookie card. I love Tim Tebow, but I have a Mets jersey. I want to wear it, and I want to talk about Bobby Bonilla Day because I promise you there's a point to the whole story. So for those of you who do not know who Bobby Bonilla is, if you're not a big sports person, you probably don't, but he used to play baseball for the New York Mets. And in the year 2000, the Mets didn't want to pay him anymore. They didn't want him to play anymore. And they owed him $5.9 million on his contract. So instead of just buying him out, his agent came up with a very creative, a very unique way that has kind of been used over and over again since then, but it's called deferred payments. And I'm going to explain that to you. So instead of giving Bobby Bonilla $5.9 million, his agent negotiated in the year 2000 that in 2011, we're going to take this amount that you owe, we're going to add 8% to it every single year, and then they're then going to pay out Bobby Bonilla from 2011 to 2035. That payout every single July 1st, $1,193,240.42. $1.2 million every year from 2011 to 2035. Quick math. Way more than $5.9 million. So why would the Mets structure a deal like that? That's crazy. Well, I got two words why the Mets would structure a deal like that. Bernie Madoff. The Mets had a majority of their money being handled by Bernie Madoff in 2000. So instead of giving Bobby Bonilla $5.9 million, they could just pay other free agents and then put the rest of their money in their investment account with Bernie Madoff, and they'll make way more money off that investment. Bernie Madoff was a real straight shooter. Just kidding. I'm not going to go into the specifics of why Bernie Madoff was not a straight shooter, but Bernie Madoff is the last person you want to handle your money because Bernie Madoff went to prison for it. All of that money the Mets had invested, bye-bye. So instead of $5.9 million, Bobby Bonilla every year from 2011 to 2035 is going to receive a nice fat paycheck on July 1st. And he's going to make almost $30 million. $5.9 million? $30 million. Give me option 2, please. A sweet deal. So why tell that story? Besides the fact that it's hilarious at the Mets' expense. It highlights the potential you can have if you are patient, if you are a visionary, if you have foresight. Now, I'm not saying everybody has the opportunity right now to flip $5 million into $30 million. I get that. But there are a lot of times where life will give you something that you can jump on immediately, or you can be patient, pass up on that for potentially a long-term gain. Short-term, long-term. And who knows? Maybe you could flip 5.9 into 30 million. That'd be pretty sweet. And with that, stay healthy, stay distanced. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day, and welcome to the Valley of the Sun.